greetings from National Skills Network. This is Madhuri, and I'm very excited to introduce you to the guest today, Dr. E.V. Ramana Reddy, IAS, Chairman, Karnataka Skill Development Authority, on a very special occasion. The occasion is that Karnataka is holding the Bengaluru Skill Summit very soon, and we are really privileged to have this conversation with him today. So, sir, welcome to this conversation. I'm a strong believer that skill is what creates the link between education and employment, and it is with that faith that we started NSN, and we have been promoting everything to do with skills and vocational education. So this is a very important occasion for us to, partner for this summit and also have this conversation with you. So let me get started by asking you about the background and the context, to this particular event. And also that in recently the government of Karnataka has released the skill development policy. There are many interesting developments happening in the state. So with this, let me get started by asking you to tell us more about the event.
Yeah, thank you, Madhuri ji. Thanks for inviting me to this podcast. Before answering that question, I would like to give some background about why we are having this summit.
Sure.
Basically, Karnataka is a highly progressive state. In fact, our GDP is roughly around, I think, $340 billion, and we are growing at a rate of 9 to 10% year on year. In major economic parameters like FDI into Karnataka, the exports from Karnataka, or GST collections, or direct taxes collections, or GDP, we stand number 2 or 3, roughly. Sometimes even FDI, we stood number 1 also. And our biggest strength is IT, BT, and services sector.
Right.
In about a year, 2 years back, Karnataka launched a program for taking it to become a $1 trillion economy by 2032. So in this background, we thought, okay, if as per present growth of 9 to 10%, we may reach around $670-700 billion by 2032. But if we have to reach to $1 trillion, the biggest thing would be employment generation and equally the supply of skilled manpower for this. So in this background, recently the Karnataka Skill Development Authority has formulated the first skill policy of the state, which was approved by the state cabinet and which will be launched in the Skill Summit, which you mentioned, from November 4th to 6th, with major focus on institutional strengthening, environment building, traditional skills, emerging skills, quality of the skilling, inclusivity, all these factors are there.
Yeah.
With this background, in the policy, we felt that we should have one summit skills. In fact, Bangalore is known for Bengaluru Tech Summit, which is, I think, 27th edition is going to happen in November. Similarly, we thought of having one Bengaluru Skill Summit, which, as you mentioned, is from November 4th to 6th. The theme of the summit is Workforce 2030, Scale, Systems, and Synergy. Why we selected scale, systems, and synergy is that if we want to achieve $1 trillion economy, present level of growth in skilling is not sufficient. We have to scale it up. Very high scaling up is required. And our systems, whether government ITIs, polytechnics, engineering colleges, or private training partners, all systems have to be strengthened. And there should be a synergy between the systems in government, private, industry, academia, and even training partners, assessment partners, all these. So with this background, we have said scale, systems, and synergy. Okay. So when we come to the summit, as we mentioned, these emerging skills are the focus area for our summit. In fact, we have 4 focus areas for the summit. Emerging skills, skills for all, innovation, and global mobility. So in that, this emerging skills is very, very important because these days the AI, cybersecurity, additive manufacturing, green skills, they are changing so rapidly the workforce environment that unless we cope up with this, we will not be able to compete in the world, and we will not be able to become a $1 trillion economy. So with that background, many of the sessions are centered around emerging skills. All these four sectors are covered: emerging skills, skills for all, innovation, and global mobility. As far as emerging skills are concerned, our mostly focus, because these days you have seen AI, how it is changing fast, and every industry and every government, every academic institution is talking about AI. So a lot of focus is there on AI and emerging skills in our summit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that goes to show that there is a lot of importance being attached to whatever is needed to prepare the youth for present and the future jobs. And also, you just mentioned about how technology is fast disrupting the workplace and, also changing the way the jobs are emerging. So could you please tell us a bit more about the vision for, making Karnataka the skills gateway to the world?
Yeah, actually, for Karnataka, always is said that IT capital, BT capital, SNT capital.
Yeah.
I attribute this mainly to our education system in in the state, because it didn't happen overnight. Over the years, because of the focus for higher education in Karnataka and focus on privatization of higher education in Karnataka. This has enabled Karnataka to become what it is today. And industry wise also, our major strength is service sector and IT and BT. But manufacturing sector also we are doing very well. Third big focus is our R&D sector. So for in these sectors, as you said, the workforce is changing so rapidly. About 2 years back, when I was in some conference, there was a presentation made by LinkedIn CEO saying that 20 years back, whatever job roles were there, 85% have disappeared. So I felt, oh, a very odd case. To 85% job roles disappeared in 20 years. Now, what is happening in these, in 1, 2 years, maybe 85% of job roles may disappear.
Right.
But every time when new technology has come, when computers have come, we said jobs will go. When internet has come, cloud computing has come, now AI has come. So every time we say that jobs may go, but it has created more jobs. That is the reason why somebody has said that you will not lose job to AI, but you will lose job to the person who knows AI, who applies AI in his day-to-day working. So that is how we are taking it. So we want to train as many people as possible in AI, and we want to right from the college level to different levels. AI will be our focus, and employable skills we want to provide, and to become gateway to the world. One more thing we felt was that language is again a barrier. We have lot of talent which can be, in fact, it is said this global startup ecosystem report of 2025 by Startup Genome says, even as on today, the AI workforce in Karnataka is the number 2 in the world. And even AI and big data ecosystem, we are fifth. Bangalore is fifth in the world. So even now we have enough talent, but this may not be sufficient even for the next 2, 3 years. So we want to concentrate on this, along with, if we want to provide mobility to our skilled workforce, we have to provide a lot of language skills. If you have to go to Germany, you should know German. If you want to go to Japan, you have to know Japanese. So we have now started in last year in the budget itself, we have announced that a lot of training programs in Germany, German language, and even Japanese language and various other languages. And in our new policy for as far as making Karnataka the skill gateway to the world, 2, 3 initiatives we have announced. One is we are looking at government to government partnerships, institutions to institution partnerships. And if our people have to go and work elsewhere in the world, international certification we have to fall in line with. So that also certification and that kind of training has to be given. And we also are focusing in our policy that we should align with the TVET, technical vocational education training frameworks in other countries. So
Right.
our focus in the policy for us to become an international gateway to the world, skills gateway to the world, is threefold. One is government to government participation, institute participation. Two is coping up with the international certification and falling in line with the international certification, and having collaborations with TVET institutions in different parts of the country and align with their framework. So this is there in our policy also. This will be our focus in the next 4 5 years.
Yeah. That's great to know, sir. I think the policy is covering many aspects of the skilling ecosystem to make it very successful at the state level. I have one more very important and related question to this, and this has to do with the event and how is the event going to open up new avenues for the industry participation? Because it is the industry, which has a very big role to play in the success of any schooling or, let's say, college level skilling program.
Actually, Madhuriji, traditionally what we concentrated as a country and as a state was formal education.
Yeah.
So we always formal education everybody wanted to go, and vocational education was only secondary. If you don't get into formal education, people went into vocational education, and formal education was also more, over the years, became theory oriented and examination oriented, less of practical skills.
Yeah.
Whereas other countries, for example Germany, succeeded because of dual system of education. 50% of the time they spend on the shop floor and are in the industry. Remaining time only they are in the college or institution, going after theoretical education. Our own example of GTTC, we have an organization called GTTC, Government Tool Room and Training Center. It had this kind of concept where the students spend 70% of the time on the shop floor or industry, 30% on theory.
Yeah.
If you see the placements in GTTC, 100% they are placed. But whereas the graduates, it is said that our graduates, 85% are not employable.
Hmm.
They have excellent degree certificate, excellent GPA, but when 85% of engineers or graduates, when they came out, they are immediately not employable. Then we had to give them some short-term training, some kind of finishing school of type of a training. So for that, in our policy, what we have done now is, in the school stage itself,
Yeah.
we are giving them some kind of career guidance.
Hmm.
Earlier, what used to happen, 10th ho gaya, 12th, 12th ho gaya, degree ho gaya, PG. Other avenues were not shown to them.
Hmm.
So we are giving career guidance in the high school level and showing them what kind of technical education and what kind of avenues are available. Even in the degree colleges, as part of their credit system, we are allowing industry to come and provide short-term courses.
Hmm.
So that is funded by government, but it is part of the credits, and students can take up those courses and become employable in those sectors. And
Yeah.
even in the policy, we have given enough focus for the industry-led training.
Hmm.
Earlier, what used to happen is we had one program called Chief Minister's Kaushalya Karnataka Yojana, CMKKY, on the lines of PMKVY, where we were giving short-term training, but training partners are different, industry is different.
Hmm.
So industry may or may not be, may or may not be suitable for them. They will say that their skills are not suitable. So now we are giving a lot of importance to industry-led training.
Hmm.
And in the policy, we have also said that 100 academic institutions, we will make them adopted by the industry directly. We call it as 100 AI partnership, 100 academy and industry partnership. We
Okay.
also want some industries to sponsor or mentor some ITS and engineering colleges. Such provisions are also made. So basically, the challenge today for vocational education is that there is no collaboration between industry and academia. So when they came out, industry went on saying that what skills they have are not suitable to us. So now we want industry to get into the academic institutions, participate in their curriculum, give their faculty as professors of practice. So all these kinds of initiatives, right from career counseling to the next scheme is called Kalika Jyote Kaushalya, providing skills along with education, adoption of colleges, ITIs by industry, participating in the curriculum, 100 AI partnership. These are all the measures which we have put in our policy, which is just approved by cabinet, which will be taken up in next 5 years. So which will focus on, to say it in one line, it will be industry-led training in future. Yes.
Oh, that's really great, sir. The vision you have for involving the industry at various stages of education. So, is there any other points you wish to mention which is connected with the upcoming event?
Yeah, upcoming event we have, other than the regular conferences, we have an expo,
Yeah.
and we have 9 to 10 round tables,
Hmm.
and we have organized one skillathon, one hackathon in the field of skilling. About 290 teams. Each team is 5 members. 290 teams have already registered from all over, from Karnataka and 4 5 other states. So we will be selecting top five, and they will be pitching during the event on 5th, and we will be selecting the top five winners. Another thing what we are doing is to make vocational education aspirational.
Yeah.
Two more things we are doing. One is the people who have got medals or medallions in India skills and world skills. We got somebody got skills, silver medal. Some two people got bronze medal. Some people got medallion. So we are calling them, and we want them to present their success stories so that others will become inspired. And secondly, we also want to recognize the institutions, government institutions and private institutions, ITIs, polytechnics, GTTCs, where the institution itself, the teachers and the students, all of them we are doing. And we have another session exclusively for corporates. We have
Yeah.
invited already applications from corporates. If they say that we have a very good model of skilling, so
Hmm.
we have invited applications. Yesterday or today was the last date, but we have extended it up to 22nd. So there also we will select best few skilling examples in private industries. So and all these institutions and industries also will be recognized during the skill summit. Basically, all this is to give focus on technical and vocational education and make technical and vocational education aspirational, like the formal education earlier.
Yeah, yeah. I think aspirational is what is the key word today to create that positive feel around skilling and vocational subjects among youth. So, with this, I wish to thank you for giving us your time today and this very enlightening conversation about the event. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot, Madhuriji. We'll meet in the summit.